Okay. Hello, everyone. Alright. So, for today's replay, we will see a Silver 3 Vayne game. Let's go ahead and just get started. So, if we look at this matchup, we are... Oh, gotta go. Hold on. Okay. So, if we look at this matchup, we have Vayne Lulu against Ezreal Sona. So, Ezreal Sona is a very hard-hitting poke lane. Um, but Vayne Lulu, this is a lane that you can go really aggressive in later levels. Early levels, you want to play a little passively. You do want to try to counter their poke. Ezreal's actually a pretty good matchup for Vayne, as you can easily tumble from his mystic shots, and that causes Ezreal to lose his big damage output. And as long as you're dodging his mystic shots, he can't really trade with you. So they're going to be a little stronger on early levels, but as soon as you guys hit level 6, you have a lot of kill potential on this lane. You guys just, one thing you have to do is you have to stay spread, because if you both get Sona ulted into Ezreal ulted, you're going to lose fights if you get comboed like that. But if you can avoid doing that, then you'll be okay. So let's fast forward a little bit until we start this lane. So right off the bat right here, back up your support, help them out. Don't bail on your support right there. Just rewind this. I want to show you. Okay. So you get the big tumble auto on Ez right there. Good damage. Then you dodge the mystic shot. Go back in. Lulu's in here. She's doing work. Where are you at? Now you went in when Lulu backed out. And then you got hit by an Ez Q. And then so just stay with your support. You guys ended up losing that trade because Lulu went in when you backed out, then you went in when Lulu backed out, and just keep an eye on your support. And it's one thing that's kind of hard to do bot lane. You have to keep track of 3 other champions other than you at all times. But keep an eye on your support and back them up. So you guys are getting way poked down. You gotta trade damage right there with that Sona. Don't let her get that Q for free. Make sure that you auto attack her. Just punish her a little bit. So against an Ezreal, right there, poor play by you. You want to trade auto attacks? Okay, we're gonna watch this in slow-mo. So you just lost the lane. Just right there, you just lost the lane. If you get double killed by the enemy bot lane, okay, it's not even on me. If you get double killed by the enemy bot lane, by yourself, bottom lane, that's it. Lane's over. Unless you get jungle pressure and get a gank to get back into it, you're pretty much screwed. Oh, red buff? Red buff? Nope. It's only heal. And they're gonna get double buffs? Oh, maybe they won't get double buffs. Ez was too afraid. Anyway. Alright, anyway. So let's rewind this, because this is a really a big mistake by you guys. So A, you're probably playing too aggressive in this matchup, as Sona's a significantly stronger level 1 than you guys are. So the first thing, Sona pokes you and you don't return free damage, you can auto attack her when she comes up for that. Just get an auto attack. It's nice and easy. And then here, we go half speed. You're really low. You tumble directly towards Ezreal. Terrible idea. That's the easiest Q of his life to land. Excuse me. If you tumble directly at an Ezreal, you're gonna get hit with that Q. You cannot trade damage with an Ezreal if he's gonna land his Qs. You gotta save this tumble to dodge the Q. You dodge the Q sideways and hit him with the tumble. That's how you're gonna win trades against an Ezreal. But tumbling directly into him, you're just gonna get hit in the face with that Q to auto. And look at that damage trade. You're almost dead. Lulu's forced to exhaust. You come back in with a grand total of 80 HP. Against a level 2 Ezreal, and you're dead. I mean, you didn't use any summoner spells, and that's the double kill. Let's talk about your summoner spells also. You chose to take Cleanse. I don't know if I would take Cleanse in this matchup. Barrier is the standard summoner spell for 80 carries now, and Barrier is very strong. I guess you're taking Cleanse because you're afraid of Sona ult, and it is good against Sona ult. However, I still don't think I would take Cleanse. Barrier would be really good. Barrier is going to shield a lot of the bursts that you're going to take when you get Sona ulted anyway. It's also going to help against dive champions like Jhin and Yi in this case. Barrier is going to be really helpful against them. Yeah, and so cleanse I would pretty much only take if you're like against a fiddle, maybe a Rammus jungle. Other than that, I would take barrier almost every time right now. But anyway, so this lane, I mean, this lane is lost. Like, you can't give up a double kill and then try to win the lane. It's really bad that you guys gave that up. Um, so let's... Your skill order is fine. Q, EW is great. Tumbling to get the auto reset to get that last hit is good. Showcasing your Vayne mechanics right there. At this point, you guys have to just play pretty passive. Getting free poke damage like Lulu did right there. Once again, though, once again, you cannot tumble into them. You just tumbled into Ez, gave him the freest Q of his life, and then also ate the Sona Q in the power chord because he just tumbled into Sona. And look how chunked, you just lost half of your life for that, for tumbling into them. You need to play passive right now. You just gave up a double kill. You cannot tumble into them. Tumble away, dodge Qs with it, or use it to get an auto attack, tumble away for free damage, or get an auto attack, tumble to the side, auto attack, reset, tumble auto for quick trade. Do not tumble towards them, especially when you're losing lane. At this point, you should be spam pinging your lane. They're pushing, you need the help. At this point, you need to spam ping and say, jungle help, 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 because I mean, you're screwed unless you get jungle help. Okay, so using the auto reset, I am noticing just one like Vayne mechanics thing. Every tumble you've done has been directly towards the enemy, so it seems like every tumble you've done, it's in the direction of where you're clicking. So you're like clicking us because you want to attack him, so you tumble directly towards him. Try to, and like that last hit, you wanted to last hit that creep, so you tumble directly at it. But that's dangerous because it's putting you closer to Sona and Ez. So work on tumbling to the side, tumbling side to side, or even backwards. When you just want an auto attack reset. Or to get that tumble damage. Good poke right there. So you backed up and let that minion walk into tower range. You could have last hit that minion if you did not do that. You're actually out CSing Ezreal, which is really good. He's being very aggressive and having a hard time. So like right there, oh, I'm sorry, do I still have text that says go to Nami? Oh, whoops, thanks. Let's change that. Thank you, Kazir. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is if you're going to tumble away like that, just get an auto attack and then tumble away. You get a little bit of free damage. You got to be very careful about going on this because there's so many minions that are just going to wreck your shit. Lulu's lucky she didn't draw their aggro right there. Lulu landing that clutch slow. That's going to force Ez barrier. So that relieved a lot of pressure, but unfortunately look what happens. You chased that gank so far, you didn't get a kill, and you lost like 6 minions to the tower when that was happening. So sometimes when a gank happens like that, when you're really pushed into your tower and there's a big wave, you have to make the decision like, is it worth pursuing and chasing this gank? Because I'm going to miss a lot just for chasing that. So you did miss a lot of experience and minions just for chasing that gank. And it's probably worth it. You did force an Ezreal barrier. You didn't get the kill, unfortunately, but you did force a summoner spell. One thing is, it seems like you're trying to push the lane right here. Maybe you're recognizing that they're back, so you're trying to get it to the tower. Thing is, though, you have no wave clear, and it's very pushed into your tower already. You're not going to be able to get it to the tower. In fact, what you're doing right now is helping them. You're killing their minions pretty fast, and what that's doing is you're killing them fast enough that they're not really killing any of your minions. So Ez didn't actually miss hardly any minions. It looks like he missed like 3 melee creeps, and that's it. And now he's going to be able to freeze the lane. It looks like he doesn't want to, but if he wanted to, he could freeze the lane, so he just gave up lane control. The better choice would be just get the lane frozen right here, and then just back and come back. In general, when an opponent leaves lane, you do want to push it to the tower, but if you can't push it to the tower, keep lane control, keep it on your side and frozen. So you're going for the Blade of the Rune King, which is fine. Did you? Which gold did you have left? Okay, so you barely had enough for the Cutlass. That's fine. You could avoid upgrading to the Cutlass and pick up some potions as well, which would probably be okay in this lane, just to help you sustain through the Ez and Sona poke. But you're actually doing fine. Even though you gave up a kill and an assist, you actually have an item advantage on this Ezreal right now. He must be saving for some item. Yeah, he has 1100 gold on you, which is a pretty big advantage. However, that's not an item advantage right now. He's saving. So you need to recognize this, and you need to look and say, oh, hey, I'm actually just as strong. So once again, just work on your mechanics. That tumble, why are you tumbling this way into them? You're already in range of your auto attack right here at the edge of the bush, and you have vision with this ward, so you don't even need to be that close. Just tumble to the side. Keep your distance by tumbling to the side to get that auto attack off. Work on, that's the biggest mechanical thing that I'm seeing in your play right now, is work on tumbling to the side to keep proper spacing. Once again, right there, you're tumbling forward needlessly close. Missing last hits that you need to work on. You know, that was several last hits you just missed that you didn't need to. But anyway, you need to recognize that, hey, this Ezreal is actually really ahead of me, but I have an item advantage on him right now. I should try to take advantage of this. Especially since you guys are level 6, you actually have a decent potential of killing them with an all-in at level 6. And you should recognize that this is the only time I'm going to have an item advantage for a while. I should try to take advantage of this, and I should try to kill them. So when you're playing Vayne, you pretty much want to play passively until level 6. And once you're level 6, just like the switch should flip in your brain that makes you say, like, you change mindsets from being, on that note, real quick, don't bunch up. You guys should have just died, 100%. Let me show you. Don't do this right here. You see how you're both right here? If this Sona, and then right here, you're in range of Sona. If Sona ulted you guys right here, 100% you would have died. Lulu would have been bursted by Sona ult to Ez ult, and you couldn't 2v1 them. So just do not ever bunch up like this against the Sona. If this Sona was on point, you would have been ulted, dead. So that's a mistake that you will be punished for at higher levels of play. So I was just saying you want to take advantage of the fact that you're stronger. However, unfortunately, Lulu is pretty chunked right now, so it's going to be hard for you to do much with her half health. But you can, if they decide to go on Lulu, you can actually really punish them. So you should pop that ulti. There you go. And okay, this is another thing. Don't bunch up against Sona. There is no reason, and this is again talking about these tumble mechanics. I want to rewind this, and I'll show you how easy this kill on Sona would have been. Okay, that was weird. Let's rewind it even further, because you kind of glitched out there. So Lulu's doing a really good job of keeping vision control in this bottom lane. It's allowing Nasus to pressure really hard. So Nasus comes in, withers the Sona, you ult, land the condemn, and then you bunch right here and tumble directly this way. Don't bunch like this. Go outside, tumble this way, so that Sona's then forced to either ult Nasus or you. Anytime you're against a Sona, always try to keep in mind the forcing. If you did that, you wouldn't have had to burn your cleanse, which you did. Try to secure the kill, which you didn't. You were not able to secure the kill. And this is a situation where if you had barrier and you didn't get hit by the Sona ulti, you could have dove that to get the kill. Anyway. So unfortunately that gank attempt does not convert on anything. Lulu doing a good job of keeping the damage up though. Okay, so you came into this lane with even CS. Your CS was pretty much even when you walked into this lane. You came into this lane with even CS and an item advantage. And you're leaving the lane with a 9+ experience disadvantage. I say 9+ because Ezreal hasn't backed yet. Or 9+ CS disadvantage. So that's not good. You missed a lot of last hits on this last this last little laning phase. That's not good. This is probably the only time for the rest of the game that you're gonna have an item advantage on Ezreal, and you lost net CS because of it. So you need to pay attention to the enemy's items and realize when you have an advantage, and you need to capitalize on that advantage, especially in this situation where he's saved for a big item. So you have an item advantage because he's saving. You need to recognize that this is probably the only time that you're going to have an item advantage, and you need to punish him for it. Okay, so you're down at least 9 CS. He has an entire creep wave ahead of you left to kill. So if he CS's well under tower, you're going to be down a lot. He's not going to CS well under tower because he just messed up a lot of them. Actually, he did pretty well. He didn't miss many at all. So you're down 13 CS to Ezreal. And now, actually, he went tier and 2 longswords. So you actually still have an item advantage on him. You're actually still stronger than him because he just spent 800 gold on a tier. So you should take advantage of that. You don't need to be so afraid right now. You could be fighting them. You know, if you look what's happening, the longer you go without fighting them, the lower and lower you end up getting, and you end up getting poked down. So you need to fight them, essentially. To come back in lane right there, go, fight them, be strong. Vayne with ult is a monster. Very, very hard to do anything with. I guess maybe you're scared because your cleanse is down. I did forget that you had cleanse, so you probably do need cleanse to go in on this, especially if Ez has barrier. But just the longer you go without fighting him, the more poked down you get. I mean, look what's happening. And you just gave Ezreal so much free damage. You have to trade damage in that situation. You have to auto attack as you run away. You just gave him like 40% of your life bar for completely free. The only damage you took was minion damage. You have to just auto attack him, tumble if he keeps pursuing, auto attack, and then condemn away. That's going to proc your silver bolts. It's going to do a lot of damage, and it's going to push him off of you, so you don't have to, you know, worry about dying. Once again, you gotta return damage there. Sona just walks up and gets free damage on you. Auto attack her for that. Make her pay. You know, don't give her free damage. Don't ever give someone free damage. It's better to trade 100 damage to, like, it's better to take 100 damage and deal 50 damage than it is to take 50 damage and deal 0 damage. It's always best to trade some type of damage. You gotta tumble out of that. That's just poor mechanics right there. That's an easy spell to avoid. You can see where he's casting it as he winds up. Don't clump for the Sona ult again. And okay, you're not diving yet. So you guys are all clumped for the Sona ult again. You gotta spread out against Sona. Always spread out. So you're still down CS. You guys gotta CS a little better. Your CS has been okay, but it's, I mean, it's silver, so this is a mistake every silver player is going to make, pretty much. Okay, so Nasus is all-inning the tower. You can keep doing damage. Okay, questionable time to go all in that. So you condemn up. No, your condemn's not up. Okay, so this is actually, you're turning this... Okay, so I want to emphasize something here. She's gonna clean you guys up, but that's okay, you're getting a triple kill. Oh, you can't bail! You can't bail like that! If you're chasing the Sona that far, man, you're committed. You cannot bail from that situation. Alright, good night. RIP. Okay, so... You just owned them pretty much 2v3. Nasus was pretty much dead. He didn't do a whole lot there. And you flipped on that ulti, you went aggressive, and you owned them. Why haven't you been doing that before? This is what I've been talking about. You've had this item advantage on Ezreal for the last 6 minutes, probably. He rushed a tier in lane. That makes him very, very weak. And you did not take advantage of this. This is what I've been talking about. Flip that ult and go kill him. Go aggressive. They have strong poke. They want to poke you out. They don't want to fight you. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Okay, that messed up my stream. I just like put my computer in sleep or something. That was weird. Or like, I went to like the Switch user screen somehow. Anyway, so Ez Sona is a lane that wants to poke you. Vayne is a lane that if you have ult, you hit that ult and you kill people. So at this point, now you have Blade of Rune King, do it again. Sona does not have ult right now. This is a good time for you to go fight. Your ult just came up, they're pushed, they don't have a tower. This is prime Vayne time. If they're pushed up like that without a tower, they can't run from you. You can't run from a Vayne with ult. And they don't have a tower to run to, and they can't fight you because Vayne with ult is really strong. Unfortunately, Nessus came, scared him off, and is pushing the wave. But so, goes back to what I'm saying. Man up and fight when you're Vayne post 6, especially against something like Ez Sona that wants to poke you down. The one time you fought, it was 2v3 and you wrecked them. So this is a standard silver play. People don't know what to do, so they just go mid and just sit there, and they don't do anything. They just go mid. You can fight this. Oh, Yi's on you though. Oh, you're really separated from your team. I'm not sure why you're not following your team up there, but you just got wrecked because of it. Nasus is just going crazy and diving under the tower, unfortunately. But just stay with your team, especially when you don't know where two people on the enemy team are. I'm not sure why you like stuck around back here. Maybe you saw like the Yi and wanted to pick him off, or then suddenly Jhin was there. But just stick with your team. Maybe team doesn't get anything out of that, so that's fine. That's really not that big of a deal. They don't get any objectives. So you can keep putting pressure on this bottom lane. As we kind of saw before, you can really turn 2v3s. If you play 2v3s well, you can convert 2v3s into kills, which is really strong. And if they're pushed up like this, you should go kill them, or at least try. Like I said, they don't have a tower to run to, and they can't run from an ulted Vayne. So you should. Oh, this is good. This could be an easy kill. Sona does not have ult, so that's a really easy pickup right there. And now would be a good time to do the dragon instead of diving these guys. So this is something you can help you lead your team. Recognize that this is a good dragon opportunity. Say, oh wait, we have all 5 people and they just lost Sona. Sweet, let's go pressure dragon. Start pinging dragon, try to convince your team it's pink warded. They're gonna have to run in there blind. An RA, oh, didn't die, that's good. That was kind of scary. Okay, so you're doing fine right there. Fine trade, but once again, this is just like that was silver. People don't know what to do, so they just go mid, and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna sit mid. And then the enemy team's like, oh shit, they're mid, we better go mid. And then like literally nothing's happened. No one's pushing. It's just kind of like awkward, I'm gonna run at you, okay, we're gonna run at you now, etc. And so when this is happening, you can go push, go clear out your bot lane, and just ping and say, just defend, I'm gonna push bot, because you're not doing anything right now, right? You're not farming, you're not pushing, why are you here? This is something you won't see at higher levels of play. People won't just like group mid. Oh, that laser chunked. Absolutely wrecked the Lulu. Okay, so good condemn getting the Jhin off you. This fight was pretty well played. This kind of goes back into what I'm saying is work on your tumble mechanics. You don't have to just always tumble forward. And then the E cleanup, which is unfortunate. This E is going to be massive. Alright, so biggest thing so far in this game. First, work on your trading. Never give someone free damage. Even if they're going to out-trade you and you have to run away, auto-attack them as you run away. If you're just tumbling to get away, get an auto-attack, then tumble. That's the first thing. Work on your trading. The second thing, mechanically work on your tumbles. Every single tumble you've made, I think this game, has been tumbling straight forward the direction you're trying to move to. But you just use it for the auto attack reset and move exactly to the side so that you're still keeping proper spacing. It requires a lot higher APM, actions per minute. You gotta move your mouse around a lot more, but it's worth it. So the third thing Okay, so more minor things. Third thing is don't bunch against Sona ulti, especially in lane. That's just kind of a minor thing. Fourth minor thing is don't just like group mid just because your team is doing it. It feels like what you should be doing. You guys are ending up winning this, I guess, but you did pick up a bunch of kills. But you don't have to group mid. Just keep that in mind. You don't have to group mid with your team. You can go somewhere else, and what that's going to do is if you go bot and you're pressuring this bot tower, then that forces them to either also send someone bot, but you're Vayne and you're extremely strong 1v1, or they don't send anyone bot and you take the tower. You just have to tell your team to play a little careful and don't get engaged on, which can be hard. And one last major thing is understand when you need to fight as Vayne, which is pretty much, are you past level 6 and you have your ult? Go ham against this lane, especially in this situation. If you're against a heavy poke lane, don't let them poke you down. Just go fight them. I mean, we saw that, like, you played so passively, you guys got poked down, and then you finally fought them when in this 3v3 situation when your Nasus had 100 health, you finally flipped that ult and went ham and you crushed them. So, big things you need to work on. Trading more effectively. Just tumble mechanics, and making sure that you understand when to go aggressive and when to start fighting people. That's the biggest things I've seen you need to work on. So let's go ahead and watch the rest of this game. Like you could even 2v1 these guys with well, maybe not. I was gonna say with cleanse you can probably 2v1 them, but Sona does have exhaust and ulti. But with Lulu, you should be flipping your ult right now, and you should just be going big on this. Gives you that move speed. Unfortunately, Lux is here, but you wouldn't know that. Lux and Yi are here, so it's a really dangerous time to go big. But so maybe it's a good thing you didn't go big. But I mean, with the information you had available, that was a really easy kill. Why are you not auto attacking? You should be auto attacking there. Like when Sona flashed in, you could have. You guys, or when Yi alpha struck in. You know, if he used his Alpha Strike, he doesn't have a gap closer. He can't get on you. You don't have to be afraid of him. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. So you guys are pretty behind in this game, but I mean, it's certainly, you can certainly win it. Especially as Vayne, you can carry games when it gets to this point in the game. Like, you're pretty decently strong. You can definitely turn this game around. So, when your team fighting is AD carry, your whole goal in a team fight is to get as many auto attacks off as possible. Once again, do not bunch to Sona ulti. Just, when you're against Sona, think, when's she gonna ult, when's she gonna ult, when's she gonna ult, and spread out. If you guys didn't bunch there, okay, she died anyway, but if you didn't bunch there, just one of you, fanned out so she had to choose who to hit, you probably would have killed her. But she's dumb and got killed anyway. So make sure to hit the tower in a situation like this as the AD carry. You're the biggest pusher on your team. So good job. You did walk up and get a couple tower shots. That's really good. Sieging a tower like this is good for you guys because you have AP Kog'Maw. So you want to siege a tower and let AP Kog'Maw poke. Unfortunately, AP Kog'Maw is really low and Aureas have health. You do not want to be anywhere low health against AE and Lux. Yi can get resets and just snowball a fight out of control, and Lux can just pick someone off pretty easily with their spells. So stay healthy against a comp like this. Don't force things if you guys aren't healthy. And so what you could be doing as Vayne is, and I talked about this, put pressure bot lane. Force people to come and react to you bot lane. Don't just react to the enemy team. Don't think, oh, the enemy team's mid, I need to go mid. When you're reacting like that a lot, it causes you to waste a lot of time. Because you're like, I'm gonna go farm this stuff, and you're like, wait, I need to go mid, and you change it, you waste a lot of time traveling. So in general, you don't wanna react. You don't want to let the enemy team dictate and control the pace of the game. You want to put pressure on stuff. You want to control the flow of the game. And what you can be doing is you can be going bot. And Ezreal's Iceborne Gauntlet now, which means he might be able to stop you 1v1. I mean, I don't think he can fight you, but I think he can disengage from you. But still, you can put pressure bot lane. I mean, see what Ez is doing? He's over here, he's putting pressure bot lane. That's gonna cause probably you to go bot. You and Lulu are going bot now because he pushed out this bot lane, and now he can group with his team while you guys are stuck bot and make a play somewhere else. So, I'm not sure why you're not going bot lane. Okay, I guess there's a fight mid you want to get to. Which actually might be for the best. Oh, Kog'Maw, do it, buddy, do it. The Flash Kog'Maw R. So it's actually fine that you showed up here. It's actually good. You guys can clean up this fight. So that was a good call by you. Huh, really weird condemn right there. That's unfortunate. So lesson learned from there, you should learn that you need to wait until Yi's Alpha Strike is finished casting to condemn him. So just keep that in mind for next time. And this is really good for you guys. You don't need to tank this tower though. Just wait for creeps. Right now, you guys should definitely look to either continue pushing or get the Baron. So in this situation, let's talk about what should your team do in this situation. Should you go for the inhib, or should you get Baron? My vote in this situation would be to get Baron. Now, why do I say that? Look at your HP. You guys are all low. If you get this inhibitor, you guys are just going to have to back, and it's going to give the enemy team a Baron. So you're giving the enemy team a very strong counterplay option if you go for the tower and the inhibitor right here. You give them the Baron. You're trading an inhibitor for Baron. But if you go for Baron, there's no counterplay the enemy team can make. None of your lanes are pushed up, and they're not in the position to instantly take a tower on a counter push. So if you take Baron, you're getting something for nothing. You're just taking something, taking an advantage for your team. But if you push mid, you're trading an advantage. So this is something, it's often a really hard choice. Do you take inhibitor or do you go for Baron? The other thing is that with the addition of home guard boots in Season 3, it makes defending a base really easy, and it makes overextending like this when you're low health really scary. So depending on how long it takes you to get this inhibitor, with Ez constantly poking you guys, oh my gosh, someone hit that Ez. Oh, and the Lux? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Now you guys are so low, you've lost one and are gonna lose more. You've lost two, you guys are low, you have to recall. If the enemy team doesn't Baron, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they're gonna Baron. Okay, so it's free Baron. It's exactly what I just said would happen. You guys chose for the inhibitor, and you end up trading an inhibitor for Baron. So you took a really, really great advantage you guys had, and a great advantage. A 4-for-0 team fight. That is huge. Absolutely huge power play, and you traded something after that. You didn't take an objective, you traded an objective. That's not the right decision in that situation at all. You went 4-for-0 in a team fight, and ended up trading objectives. That's not what you want to do. So that's something where you can just start spam pinging Baron to your team. Say, we're too low to push, get Baron, get Baron, get Baron. Just type that in chat. If they don't listen to you, that's okay. You stay mid and you go with your team. But if they do listen to you, then you can go ahead and make that right call. I mean, it's solo queue. You don't know if they're going to listen to you, and that's okay. So they have Baron, so it's very dangerous for you guys to be playing so aggressively. Really great pick on that Lux though. Good job by Ari. Now you have a 4v5, and you can you can really look to start capitalizing on that. And you guys always get so low though. So they have a really dangerous comp to get low. So when you guys get low, you just need to back. But so this game is it's close. You guys are definitely behind, but you guys honestly have a really, really strong team comp. Especially as the game goes later. You know, Vayne, Kog'Maw, Nasus, all just get disgusting. A late game AP Kog'Maw is absolute tear. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind this team fight, but I think this team fight can pretty much be summed up by don't bunch against Sona Lux. Yeah, I mean, you just can't bunch against this team comp. And it's kind of dangerous for you guys to be walking through their jungle when they have Baron buff as well. Look at this. You can't do this. You can't have 4 people collapsed in the jungle. Look at this. Again. Okay, I'm gonna roll this at half speed or quarter speed. Okay, 4 people get alpha struck. Right? 3 people get Jin ulted, 2 to 3 people. 3 people get Sona ulted, 3 people get Ez ulted, 3 people get Luxied. I mean, you can't bunch against this team comp. You cannot bunch in the jungle against AoE teams. This is like the single worst spot you could have fought this team. And I'm not even joking. This is, I'm pretty sure, literally the worst spot on the map. It's this long, skinny corridor that you're caught in. And you're going to get hit by every AoE they have if you're in here. Like, if Lux had laser, you guys would have just instantly died, all of you. So really, really poor decision right there. So not only was it a poor decision to go roaming through their jungle when they had Baron, awful decision to try to pick someone off right here. You guys were sitting in this bush like you wanted to pick someone off and fight. And it really turned on you guys.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
Oh, missed this fight. Let's watch this fight. Okay. One too fast, say. Too fast. Okay, so it starts by trying to pick the Jhin. Kog'Maw's doing good damage. But you guys, where are you going? You pathed like this way, then this way, then this way, and you wasted a lot of time. And now the Yi sets. Where's the condemn and the tumble and the like? Where are you in this fight? Okay. Let's watch. I want to focus on your play in this fight right now. So first off, it took you forever to get here because you couldn't decide which way you're going, and you pathed like around and then up and then around and then back this way, which is really bad because every second counts right now. Then I want to just watch what you do in this team fight. You see the Yi, he alpha strikes, no condemn. You can push him off of your Lulu right now. There's no condemn, you're just running. Jhin jumps in, you walk back at the auto attack. Where's the tumbles? Where's the condemn? Still no condemn. Lux laser is on you. Tumble is up, flash is up. Why do you get hit by this? You don't even tumble out of it. Really poor mechanical play right there. Now you're chunked because you got hit by that laser and you can't help your team. Look how low this Jhin got. If you condemned him, or just auto-attacked him when he jumped in, you kind of did this dance where you're like, I'm going in, I'm going out, I'm going in, I'm going out, I'm going in, oh my god, I'm Lux lasered, I'm out. If you just hit that Jhin, you would have died. So this fight was really poor by you. It took you far too long to get there. Sona wasn't even there, so it took you way too long to get there because you messed up pathing. And then you did nothing. You walked up, you did absolutely nothing. You didn't cast a single ability, you didn't get a single auto attack. You just were like, I'm going in, I'm going out, I'm going in, I'm Lux ulted, I'm out. And that was your entire contribution right there. Already doing a good job picking off that Yi. That's really good for you guys. It's a little scary. So you're going the Blade of Ruin King into Static Shift Phantom Dancer build, which is fine. That's okay. This is a really strong dueling build. It makes you very effective 1v1. It also makes you strong. It gives you a lot of mobility in team fights, which is what's really nice about it. That move speed is just great. Kind of a dangerous Baron. You guys see Lux bot. Nasus should ult it. That would help a lot. Okay, so you guys bunch against Sona ult. They end up getting the Baron. No, Baron's still up. Okay, my bad. So you can't go chasing this team through the jungle. Just remember, AoE comps in the jungle, it's not good for you. So it's good that you guys backed off there. You guys really got to be careful. Lux just lasered that, which should tell you without a doubt that they have absolutely no vision. So you see that and you're like, okay, they don't have vision. We can do something about that. We can bait it. That edge, that should be punished pretty hard right there. Okay, I'm gonna rewind this fight again because I want you to watch what you do here. Okay, so you're way in the back. You're way in the back as we go on. And you're still in the back. Why, like, Why are you pathing this way? I don't understand why it's taking you so long to get up here in the first place, which is not good. And why are you running away right here? He's used his Alpha Strike. Now he just got a reset. Okay, you got some auto attacks off on E. That's good. Um, but there's no ult coming out. You're not condemning anyone off of this Kog'Maw. You're not getting auto attacks off. You're not helping your team at all here. That entire fight, your grand contribution was 3 auto attacks on E, no ult, no condemn, etc. And I'm not even sure what you cleansed. Anyway, so you just weren't there. Like, you gotta get auto attacks off as an AD carry. How you measure how effective you're being in a team fight as an AD carry, it's essentially the number of auto attacks you get off. You got 3 auto attacks off. That was your entire contribution. That was probably about 700 damage on you. That's it. That's all you did that fight. So part of that was you took too long pathing around here to get up here to really help your team. That's part of it. The other part is just you're too scared, essentially.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, so it's not an inhibitor, but you guys are down almost 15k gold at this point. Your team comp is really strong. You can still fight, but you guys got to get better team fights off. So where are the condemns? Where's this condemn? Okay, big thing you need to work on in fights. You gotta start condemning in team fights. You still haven't condemned this team fight. And what are you doing right now? You're not auto attacking anyone. So absolutely huge thing that you need to do in team fights is you need to condemn. You could have condemned Yi off your team. You could have condemned Jhin off your team. And keep your auto attacks up. You're not getting auto attacks.
Blue team's inhibitor has
Oh,
been
got
destroyed.
owned. Brutal. That was brutal.
Double kill.
Um,
Aced.
I'm gonna rewind that and see if you could have played that better. It's just that 1v1. Well, it's unfortunate you missed the condemn because you did arcane shift. But I mean, I'm just not seeing how you lost this. So one thing, and I've talked about this before, when you're against Ezreal, save your tumble and tumble his Q. Don't tumble straight at him.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
The last auto attack doesn't count. Brutal. I'll watch that one more time.
Aced.
Just because I didn't pay attention to if you reset your auto with the tumbler or not. This is just brutal. No, you didn't. Okay, so
Been destroyed.
you were slow in resetting your auto with the tumble because you tried to Blade of Rune King first, and I guess you didn't do it fast enough. So you would have won that duel. A, if you tumbled faster to reset your auto. B, and I've talked about this a lot, learn how to tumble sideways. I mean, you haven't tumbled sideways a single time yet in this game. And if you just, when you're dueling someone like an Ez or anyone with a skill shot, save that tumble
Has been destroyed.
to dodge the skill shot. Because here's the deal. Ez is not going to win that duel unless he lands a Q. And you just dodge the Q with your tumble, and then you still hit him with the tumble. You might lose a little bit of damage because you're not optimally canceling your auto attack, but you will, excuse me, you'll prevent a lot of damage and then deal it later. So overall, I just want to review. First thing is work on trading more effectively in lane. Don't give people free damage. So this is the big things. The first thing is trade better. The second thing is work on your tumble mechanics. Don't always tumble at the enemy. Work on tumbling to the side, especially against an Ezreal or anyone with skill shots. Focus on tumbling their skill shots so that you prevent a lot of damage, then hitting them with the tumble. That'll make you trade a lot more effectively, especially in that situation. Third big thing is learn when you can go ham in lane. Like against Ezsona, they want to poke you, so don't let them poke you. Just go fight them. Just go mess them up. And part of that is read what's going on with items. Learn when you have an item advantage and when to exploit that. You had an item advantage on the Ezreal because he had 1100 gold in the bank. You didn't take advantage of that. You actually just got behind in CS when that happened. Then he comes back into lane with a tier and 2 longswords. You still have an item advantage on him, and you still play scared of him. Um, that's probably the biggest things. And then I talked some about like decision making, and then in team fights you have to use your condemn more. In uh, team fighting, you need to learn how to stay relevant in team fights and keep auto attacking. And this comes down into positioning and just kind of game sense. And the biggest thing here is you need to pay attention to the enemy's cooldowns. When you're looking at this team fight, figure out what is threatening to you. And in this game, what was threatening to you? Jhin, Yi, Sona ult. Those are the 3 things that you needed to worry about in that game. And so what you need to do is you need to pay attention. And if pay attention to Xin E, Yi Alpha Strike, and Sona ult. That's what you need to pay attention to. If all of those are down, so you need to have a general sense of their cooldowns. If all of those are down, go crazy. Don't be afraid. And Lux Spines as well. But Lux Spines are something you should be able to tumble really easily, so you shouldn't have to worry about them too much. But these are the things in a team fight you need to keep track of. You need to ask yourself when you're playing AD carry, what am I afraid of? What can get to me? And what I mean is gap closers, because you should never let anyone walk up to you. Um, so what gap closers do I have to be careful of? And you just keep those in your mind, and you pay attention, and you look for those in fights. You say, okay, you pay attention. You're like, okay, Yi Alpha Strike is down. Okay, where's Jhin? Okay, Jin's charge is down. I'm going huge. And you just start going crazy because no one can touch you because they've used their gap closers. And the other thing is you have to use your condemn. I mean, I think I watched 3 fights of you 3 team fights where you didn't condemn anyone. You didn't condemn E away from your team. You didn't condemn Jhin away from your team. You have to use that. It's a great knockback, a very, very strong utility spell that you have to start using. All right. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please, thumbs up the video. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about this. Haven't been getting as many viewers as I would like. So if you found this helpful and if you enjoyed it, please spread the word, tell your friends, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.